I am going to read you Matthew 23 and 30. No, 23, 39, and 24. But the version I'm reading from is, I guess, the Joseph Smith version of the New Testament for Matthew. Okay, and I'm going to read you an extract from the translation of the Bible as revealed to Joseph Smith in 1831. For some reason, he wanted you to hear it. This is what it says. For I say unto you that ye shall not see me henceforth, and know that I am he of whom it is written by the prophets, until ye shall say, Blessed is he who cometh in the name of the Lord, in the clouds of heaven, and all the holy angels with him. And then understood his disciples that he should come again on the earth after that he was glorified and crowned on the right hand of God. And when Jesus went out, he departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to hear him, saying, Master, show us concerning the buildings of the temple, as thou hast said, and thou shalt be thrown down and left unto you desolate. And Jesus said to them, See ye not all these things? And do ye not understand them? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here upon this temple one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And Jesus left them and went up to the Mount of Olives. And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, Tell us, what shall these things be which thou hast said concerning the destruction of the temple and the Jews? And what is the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world, or the destruction of the wicked, which is the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and deceive many. And they shall be delivered up to be afflicted, and he shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and betray one another, and hate one another. Many false prophets shall arise, and deceive many. Because iniquity shall abound, and the love of many wax cold. But he that remaineth steadfast and is not overcome, the same shall be saved. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the Daniel the prophet concerning the destruction of Jerusalem, then you shall stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let him who are in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop flee, and not return to take anything out of his house. Neither let him who is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and unto them that give suck in those days. Therefore, pray ye the Lord that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then in those days shall be a great tribulation of the Jews, and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, such as was not before sent upon. For then in those days shall be great tribulation on the Jews, and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, such as was not before sent upon Israel of God, since the beginning of their kingdom until this time, no, nor ever shall be sent again upon Israel. All things which have befallen them are only the beginning of the sorrows which shall come upon them. And except those days should be shortened, there should be none of their flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, according to the covenant, those days shall be shortened. Behold, these things I have spoken to you concerning the Jews. And again after the tribulation of those days which shall come upon Jerusalem, if any man shall say to you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe him not. For in those days there shall also arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if possible, they shall deceive the very elect who are the elect of the covenant. Behold, I speak these things unto you for the elect's sake, and you shall also hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all I have told you, you must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Behold, I have told you before, where if they say unto you, behold, he's in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he's in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the light of the morning cometh out of the east, and shineth even into the west, and covereth the whole earth, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And now I show unto you a parable, that behold, wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. So likewise shall mine elect be gathered from the four quarters of the earth. And they shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Behold, I speak for my elect's sake. For a nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. And again, because iniquity shall abound, the love of men shall wax cold. But he that shall not be overcome shall be saved. And again, this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto the nations, and then the end shall come, or the destruction of the wicked. And again shall the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet be fulfilled. And immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Verily I say unto you, this generation in which these things shall be shown forth shall not pass away until I have told you all that I have told you shall be fulfilled. Although the days will come that heavens and earth shall pass away, yet my words shall not pass away, but all shall be fulfilled. And I said, as I said before, after the tribulation of those days, the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And whoso treasureth my word shall not be deceived, for the Son of Man shall come, and he shall send his angels before him with a great sound of the trumpet, and they shall gather together the remainder of his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree when its branches are yet tender, and it begins to put forth leaves. You know that summer is nigh at hand. So, likewise, mine elect, when they shall see all things, they shall know that he is near, even at the doors. But of that day and hour no one knoweth, no, not the angels of God in heaven, but my Father only. But as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall also be at the coming of the Son of Man. For it shall be with them as it was in the days which were before the flood. For until the day that Noah entered into the ark, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, and they knew not the flood came. They knew not until the flood came. It took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall be fulfilled that which is written, that in the last days two shall be in the field, and one shall be taken and the other left. Two shall be grinding at the mill, one shall be taken and the other left. What I say unto you, I say unto all men, watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and he would not have suffered his house to have been broken up. He would have been ready. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour that ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, who his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find his doings. And verily I say unto you, he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and begins to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour when he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites, and there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And thus cometh the end of the wicked, according to the prophecy of Moses, saying, they shall be cut off from among the people, but the end of the earth is not yet, but by and by.